Hello students, welcome to my class. Today we are going to discuss these topics. This is structure of atom part 3. So the other videos that we have already done, I will be giving the link below. You can find them out. So today we will be discussing the types of valency, the isotopes. There are some radioactive isotopes and what are the uses of the radioactive isotopes that we will be discussing in details. And then we will be talking about isovars and one important portion where you get numericals, that is fractional atomic masses. One by one we will be doing all of them. So first of all, let us go with types of valency. See, types of valency, there are two types of valencies, okay? One is electrovalent, and the other is covalent. Okay, so let's see what is electrovalent and what is covalent. The number of electrons lost or gained. Okay, lost or gained to what? By one atom, actually by one atom, to achieve a noble gas configuration. What is the noble gas configuration? At the outermost orbit there will be octet or 8 electrons, okay, except helium. Helium is having 2 electron at its outermost orbit. So either the electrons will be lost or gained. That was discussed yesterday only. Why they want to lose or gain? They want to be like the noble gases. So let us see. If we talk about the valency of sodium, yesterday also we have discussed sodium. What is sodium doing? Sodium is, because it is 11, so 2, 8, 1. So it is losing this one electron, okay. So its valency is becoming plus 1. Now this question come into your mind that where from this plus sign I have derived. Now let me tell you one thing. We said that an atom consists of same number of proton and same number of electron. Proton and electron are equal to each other. And proton is having positive charge and electron is having negative charge. Okay. Now see, look at this Na atom. What is happening to this Na atom? Na atom, the configuration of Na atom is becoming 2,8 now after losing this one electron. Now what is this charge of this electron? Negative. So now what is happening to the proton? Proton is still 11. And how many electrons are there? Electrons are 10. So the charge of proton is more and the charge of electron is 1 less. So that means this overall charge of this sodium atom will becoming positive. It is becoming positively charged. It is no more remaining neutral. Okay. So simple thing you have to remember that when electron is lost, what will happen? The atom will become positively charged. Okay, because why? Protons are increasing. But when electrons are gained, what will happen? Here the negative charge will increase. It will become more. Achha, now let us see one example. Okay, chlorine is 17. So the electronic configuration is 2, 8, 7. So to become octet, what it will do? It will bring one electron. Okay, so it will become 7 plus 1, 8. So what it will be? Its electronic configuration 2, 8, 8. But these are all electrons. But what it is? Proton configuration? Proton configuration is 2, 8, 7. So this is 17 and this is 18. Who is more? Electron is more. So electron is carrying negative charge and protons are carrying positive charge. So the overall charge of a chlorine stable atom will become negative. Okay. So when electrons are gained, atom will acquire a charge which is negative, and when electrons are lost, they will become positively charged because protons will be increasing. Okay, increasing, no, protons will be static, electrons will be lost. That is easier way to say. Okay, so now see, let me tell you one thing. This is an atom, okay? Neutral, stable, same number of electron and same number of proton, okay? Now what happens? This atom becomes charged. Charged how? Protons are not lost or gained by losing or either losing or gaining electron, okay? So when an atom loses or gains electron, it becomes charged. So when it becomes charged, it is known as ion. Clear? Now this ion are of two types. One is cation and the other is anion. So what is cation and what is anion? When an atom is losing an electron, so it is becoming positively charged, that is known as cation, okay? So here what is happening? Losing electron, okay? And anion is negatively charged electron. Negatively charged electron means, negatively charged atom, not electrons. Negatively charged means it is gaining electron, okay? So it is gaining electron, okay? So this is how an atom is charged, by losing or gaining electron. If it loses electrons, it becomes positively charged. If it gains electron, it becomes negatively charged. So let us see. Or sodium. Sodium is 11. Electronic configuration is very easy now. 2, 8, 1. So it loses 1. That means Na has become positively charged. We write it like this. Okay. And what happens to chlorine? Chlorine is number 17. So chlorine is 2, 8, 7. It gets 1 electron. So chlorine is negatively charged, okay? So chlorine is said to be negatively charged, okay? So this is how we say that an element or an atom is electrovalent. Electrovalent means charged are exchanged. So this valency is known as electrovalency, where electrons are gained or lost, okay? So another valency is covalency, as I said. Okay, what is covalency? Number of electrons shared by one atom of an element to achieve the nearest inert gas electron. Inert gas is nothing, noble gas electronic configuration is known as covalency. Let us discuss that, what it is. इसको थोड़ा clear करते हैं. See, suppose hydrogen. What is the atomic number of hydrogen? 1. That means it is having 1 electron. Okay. Now see, we know according to this KLM shell, what happens? At least minimum 2 electrons has to be there in the K shell. But hydrogen is having only 1. So to get the stability, hydrogen needs 1 more electron. Okay. So what it will do? It will call another brother hydrogen. Okay. उसके पास भी तो 1 इलेक्ट्रॉन है. तो ये दोनों क्या करेंगे? ये इलेक्ट्रॉन को दे विल शेयर. सो जैसे सिंपल एग्जाम्पल आई विल बी गिविंग दैट घर में 2 भाई है, दोनों के पास 2 शर्ट है. तो दोनों अगर उसको शेयर करके पहनते हैं तो एक भाई के पास 4 शर्ट हो जाते हैं, isn't it? So similarly, hydrogen is sharing its electrons with another hydrogen. So that is the reason this sharing, this is a single bond sharing. Okay, this is known as single bond sharing. Why single bond sharing? Because they are sharing only once. That is the reason it is said that it is a single bond sharing. So it is written generally like this. And the stability of hydrogen is, we write H2. Okay. Achha, let us see the example of oxygen. Oxygen is, atomic number of oxygen is 8. So electronic configuration is 2, 6. So at the outermost, see, this is an oxygen atom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, it is having 6 electrons at its outer. So it needs 2. तो उसको क्या करेगा? ये और एक ऑक्सीजन के एटम को बुला के ले आएगा. उसके पास भी है क्या 1 2 3 4 5 6. ओके, सो इट विल शेयर दीज टू. ओके, जब ये शेयर करा तो देखो इसके पास कितने हो गए 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 जो शेयर कर दिया वो काउंट यहाँ पर होगा, वहाँ पर और नहीं होगा. सो दैट मीन्स it has received 7 or it has got 7 electrons now. So but it needs 8 electrons. So क्या करेगा ये और एक बार शेयर कर लेगा. Okay, so now what is happening? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. तो इसके पास 8 इलेक्ट्रॉन हो गए, लेकिन इसने कितने बार शेयर किया? इसने 2 बार शेयर किया. सो दिस इज नोन एज डबल बॉन्ड. वो हमने सिंगल बॉन्ड देखा था हाइड्रोजन का. दिस इज डबल बॉन्ड एंड इट इज रिटन हाउ? इट इज रिटन लाइक दिस. एंड हाउ ऑक्सीजन, molecule of oxygen is O2. Because let us see what happens in case of nitrogen. Okay, nitrogen, the electronic configuration of nitrogen is 7, electronic configuration is 2 and 5. So a nitrogen atom at the outermost periphery, it is having 5 electrons. So ये लाता है और एक ठो को देखते हैं. इसके पास भी है 1 2 3 4 5. चलो एक तो शेयर कर लिया इसने. कितना हुआ? 1 2 3 4 5 6. नहीं चलेगा, और एक कर लेते हैं. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. 7 हुआ, लेकिन चाहिए इसको 8. चलो और एक बार कर लेते हैं. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. 7 8 हो गया. तो हर एक नाइट्रोजन के पास 8 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स आ गए बाय शेयरिंग. सो व्हाट, हाउ मेनी टाइम्स दे शेयर? They shared thrice, so this is going to be a triple bond. Now let's talk about isotopes. Okay, so isotopes are atoms of the same elements having the same atomic number but different mass number. What does that mean? Let us see this one. Here we can see the isotopes of hydrogen. So what you see, the first hydrogen atom is having 1 proton and 1 electron. There is no neutron. So this is known as protium. And the second one, you see, there is 1 proton and 1 neutron and 1 electron. So here the mass is increased by 1 neutron. So what we see that the nuclei is becoming heavier. And let us see the third one. This is known as tritium. Here there is 1 proton and 2 neutrons. Thus the nuclei is becoming more heavy or heavier. Okay, so the first isotope of hydrogen is known as protium. The second is deuterium. Deuterium is having only 1 neutron, and in case of tritium it's having 2 neutrons. So who makes isotopes? The number of neutrons make the isotopes, or rather we can say the alteration in the number of neutrons, increase or decrease in the number of neutrons makes the isotope of an element. Now you all will be finding the isotope of chlorine. The chlorine atom contains 17 protons, so that is the atomic number. So chlorine atom are having different masses that we can see in this diagram. So both of these chlorine isotopes have the same atomic number 17 because the number of proton is 17, but different mass number. One is 35 and the other is 37. So what we can say by this diagram, that the nuclear composition of chlorine isotope is 17 protons plus 18 neutrons and 17 protons plus 20 neutrons. So what we can say here, students, one thing you have to remember, that the isotopes are chemically they are same. Since all the isotopes of an element have identical electronic configuration containing the same number of valence electrons, their valence electrons are same. Okay, so therefore all the isotopes of an element show same chemical properties. Their chemical properties are not altered. So but what is altered then?
The difference is the various isotopes of an element can have slightly different physical properties. मतलब देखने में वो कैसा है, कौन थोड़ा मोटा है, कौन थोड़ा पतला है. So such as that densities differ, the melting point and boiling points etc. differ, but chemically they are the same. Now here I will be going to the next portion of the chapter or the topic, that is fractional atomic mass of an element. What is a fractional atomic mass of an element? Just now we have seen that the chlorine isotopes are having different mass. One is 35 and the other is 37, which is present in our nature as 1:3 ratio. That will be given, nothing to worry about that. So in case if we have to find out the fractional atomic mass of this particular element, suppose let us take this chlorine, how we are going to do this, I'll just show you. The chlorine isotope here you can see that this which is having the mass of 35U is in its abundance. It is 75% in nature, and which is having 37U mass, it is 25% in nature. That means the isotope of mass 35U will contribute 75% and the other 37U will contribute 25%. So that is how this numerical have been made by me. Just see, thus the average atomic mass of chlorine is 35.5 U. So this is how the sample problems will be coming. You have to find out about the bromine, or they will be given in XY also. So this is how, make some practices of this. Now let us discuss some radioactive isotopes. Radioactive isotopes which are unstable due to the presence of extra neutron, as we know, and they emit various types of radiations which are called this radioactive isotopes. Some of the very common are this carbon 14, arsenic 74, sodium 24, iodine 131, cobalt 60 and uranium 235. Of them I will be discussing few, those who are very important from the examination point of view. First let us talk about radioactive isotope uranium 235. It is used as a fuel in the reactor of nuclear power plant. We know that nuclear power plants generate electricity. And then comes this arsenic 74. It is a tracer which is used to detect the presence of tumor, and sodium 24 is a tracer used to detect the presence of blood clots, and they are used in medical line too much. Then iodine 131 radioactive. This is a tracer to find out how and what rate is our thyroid gland working up. And then cobalt 60, this is used to cure cancer. So sometimes these radioactive isotopes are used in the industry also to detect the leakage in the underground oil pipeline, gas pipeline and water pipeline. Now let's quickly talk about isobar. What is isobar? Isobars are the atoms of different elements having different atomic numbers but the same mass. So what does that mean? Let us see. Now we will be seeing some examples. You see here there are three atoms. One is atomic number 18, the other is 19, another is 20. So argon, potassium and calcium. But see, all of their mass is the same. The sum of the proton and neutron in their nuclei is the same. So their mass is the same. Just for an example, I'll tell you, there are two students in the class. One is Payal and one is Pooja. Both of them are having same height, but they are totally different entities. So here we can say these atoms are chemically different, but mass wise they are the same. That is all about isobar and all about today's class. So that's all about this chapter. So hope students you all enjoyed the chapter, and if you have any queries, any questions, you just let me know in my comment box. I will be answering them accordingly. Thank you all. Study hard.